record now because I know that there are some of our friends who aren't able to join us in live time. So I just want to say thank you for making the effort to be here with us tonight. Great to see you. Let's see here. Oh, Becca, that's okay. So Becca has a little one, and she said she may pop on and off. She's here, but we're not going to see her. So take a second to just look at the grid. Look at who's on right now. So I want you to put some faces to names. If you guys can do me a favor in the chat section, I want you to just write where you're from. So we'll see your name, but I want you to put where you're living because some of you are in the same area and you may be doing it actually. Yeah. So let's see. If you can't hear, my advice would be perhaps to close out of Zoom and come back and then see if you can hear again. Sometimes Zoom is funny with your microphone. So that would be my suggestion. Although if she can't hear, hold on. If you can't hear, maybe reload Zoom. Okay, so we have a lot of State College. Look at that. There's a lot of friends in State College. So if you're in Happy Valley, you need to be teaming up with each other. There's a lot of you there. That's where I used to live. I miss it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get started, but I want you guys to pay attention to that. See if anybody's in your state or in your location. Maybe you guys can team up and be success partners. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I just want to say that I'm so excited and so happy about this group that we have. Our summer sleigh group is hopping. If you go in there and you see everybody's monthly plan, I don't know about you, but it makes me excited for June. So I love the engagement. I hope it stays that way this whole month. What I wanted to do tonight is a couple things. I wanted to walk you guys through some planning stuff. So we're going to go into a little bit more detail with your planner. So I ask you guys to please bring your planner if you have it. If you don't have it, what I'll share tonight you can still implement because I know a couple of you are anxiously awaiting yours. So yesterday, I had all of you work through your June calendar, and that's what a lot of you have been sharing, and you've been sharing with me what your plans are. It was awesome to see, like in the corner, I actually loved zooming in and reading what some of your goals were. So thank you for sharing that. What I want to do now is I want to help you guys with a little bit more deep down planning. So I want you guys to turn to the page after your calendar that says business goals. So that page, it looks like this, got nice little bubbles. I want you guys on that page for the month that you're using. That's where I want you to dream big. Okay, so this is where you say, how many customers, how many people do you want to help this month? And how many coaches do you want to recruit this month? That's what you're going to be putting here. And then you're going to decide how many team advancements you're going to have. And that means rank advancements. So if you have coaches under you, that's you helping them go emerald or diamond. If you're just new right now and you're just a coach, you're going to be your rank advancement, right? You're going to rank advance hopefully to emerald. And then on the bottom side, it asks you how many invites you're planning on sending and how many business opportunity invites you're planning on sending. So what I'm going to share with you in a couple minutes, I'm going to share with you what my daily power hour looks like in my daily action plan. But I wanted to share with you my goals and my numbers, and I want you to do the same for yourself. So what you can do is in the chat section, if you already have it done, put it there for us. Share with us what your goals are. If you haven't thought about it, then tonight after this call, I want you to get realistic and say, okay, what has my comfort level been? You know, have I always just been hitting Success Club 5? Or have I never hit Success Club? And I want you to push yourself. So whatever your best number is, I want you to just jump a little bit higher. Okay, so one thing that I'm really focused on is recruiting working coaches. I want coaches who want to work the business with me. So this month, I am hoping, and I really believe I can do it, I'm hoping to bring on 6 new working coaches. So there's a difference between a working coach and a discount coach. A discount coach is your challenger who just wants the discount. They're not working the business at this time. But your working coaches are the ones who are like you, who they're going to get on a call, they're going to build this business. I will tell you a secret, those are the most fun people to work with. Those are the people you want on your team, okay? You want people who are as excited about coaching as you are to join you. And we talked about this yesterday. The only way to get those people involved in your life is to share the business opportunity and to share it often. Okay, so I'm going to continue to help you this month to recruit to the coaching opportunity. So for me, I'm shooting to recruit 6 new coaches. Okay, so that's one of my goals. As far as customer invites and business opportunity invites, I'm hoping to send at least 100 business opportunity invites, and I'm hoping to send, sit down, are you ready for this? At least 450 customer invites. And I know all of you just went, what? Right? What? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. If you do 10 invites a day, okay, that'll get you somewhere close. I shoot for 30 a day, 6 days a week. That is what I'm pushing for. Remember, this is my full-time job, okay? Some months I do it, some months I don't, but you'll get in the habit. You'll know your number. I'm actually going to push you guys to 10. But you'll know your number and what you can and cannot do. And there will be weeks where you sometimes fall short. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and say to you that every month I invite 450, but that's my goal this month. Okay. So I'm putting it out there for you. That's what the goal is. But I'm putting that out there for a reason. I want you to see that in order to recruit 6 coaches, I can't send 5 invites this month or 10. If I do you know how many coaches I'll get? Probably 0, right? If I only invite 10 people all month, I will not have the numbers that I need. Okay. So I just wanted to be really upfront with you guys that, like, you gotta hustle if you want to dream big. And I think some of you really want to dream big. At least I saw that from your goals. So anyways, fill that part out. How many people are you going to help? What's your push goal? Like, what are you going to do to really make an impact this month for your family, for yourself, and who can you help? So write those things down. In the chat section, if you haven't shared it, I would love to see what you're pushing for, how many working coaches, how many Success Club points. And if you're on this call tonight and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm like so brand new, like this is all new to me, then your goal is at least Success Club 6. But I would tell you that my coach taught me from month 1, she was like, you got to hit 10 every month. She was like, girl, you got to hit 10. And so that is always my goal. Is 10. So if I can give you a word of advice so that you can kind of push yourself into dream big, go for 10, girlfriend. 5 is awesome, but go for 10. Okay. I'm loving seeing these coming in. Okay. So some of you are wanting to help 10 people hitting Success Club 6. A lot of you are talking about how many coaches you want to recruit, maybe solidifying your rank. These are all really great things. So I love reading them. So keep posting them there. If you don't post it tonight, just share with me later because I want to see. Okay, so send it in the group thread that we have or post it in the group, whatever you want to do. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next page. And I want to talk to you about this hot list. So you all have a page, there's 2 pages that say the customer hot list and the business hot list. So obviously the business hot list are your coaches. Customer hot list is who you can help. So right now on the left-hand side, that list where it says customer hot list, these are your people who you want in your challenge group. These are the people who maybe you're working with right now at the office and you're like, oh, she needs in my challenge group. Like she always talks about how bad her nutrition is or how she wants to get fit. These are the people who you know you can help. Maybe it's your aunt so-and-so or your friend or whoever it is. This is who you're going to reach out to. So you're going to fill this list up. If you hit 40, good for you. That's incredible. Okay. But I want you to put names on this list of who needs this opportunity in their life from a challenger standpoint. Okay. So that's what I want you to write on this side. This next side of the thing, this is for people who you think would make great coaches. So maybe you're new and you're like, I don't have any customers already, so I can't recruit my own customers, but I know people who are into nutrition or I know people who are into fitness. Then I want you to write their name on here. If they would be an amazing coach, put their name on here, okay? And so this is your hot list. This means these are people who you are going to invite. You're going to not just say, like we know that the generic, hey girl, join my challenge group, it's not gonna work, right? It's not. So we know that we need to say to them, Kate, I want you on my team because of X, Y, Z, and you need to give reason. Here's what I can tell you. In 5 years, I've learned one thing. your best coaches, the ones who are your lifers and who are really good, are your best challengers. So you've got to find challengers first, right? If this is month 1 for you in your business, you start with finding clients. You get them results. Like, that has to be your focus. I am obsessed right now. I have this group of women who are postpartum with me, and I'm obsessed with helping them get their postpartum transformation, because I know that when they're feeling good and when they're loving their transformation, guess what they want to do? They want to become coaches. So your best coaches always come from your challenge group. So I would encourage you to just love on those people and to talk about coaching in your challenge group. Some of you are probably not doing that enough. So maybe look at your challenge group and say, have I ever offered the business opportunity here? Have I talked about, coaching things in the challenge group? So those are things that I want you to kind of ask yourself. Make a list of those people. Look in your challenge group. Who's posting every day? Who's getting great results? My coach actually didn't invite me to the business opportunity. Isn't that crazy? Imagine if I never joined her. But she did not invite me. She had me as a challenger. I only needed to lose 5 pounds, and I was super busy, and she didn't think I needed this opportunity. But what she didn't know is that I was a teacher living paycheck to paycheck. We were paying for our mortgage, right? Because I had this fabulous house, but I really could only afford it. That's it. I didn't have extra spending money. I paid daycare, I paid the house, and then I could afford to hit the Starbucks drive-thru every day, and that was it. So I didn't have the money to, live this dream life. So I needed the opportunity more than she realized, but she didn't invite me to it. So I actually reached out to her and was like, I love this challenge group. Like, I was posting like I was a coach. I was like, I think I want to join, but I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to have customers in your challenge group who have to beg you to join as a coach. I want you seeking them out, find them, look and see who are your rock stars, give them a compliment. Now, here's what I'll tell you. Some of you guys are on here tonight. I'm looking around. Some of you are on here tonight. And if this is you, I want you to comment. And you were challengers first, and you told me no a couple times. Okay, so comment if that was you, because I know some of you are on here and you're smiling and you're like, yeah. So give a second and watch the thread, okay? So there are a couple of them who are like, yeah. And I actually would love it if you tell them how many times you told me no, or how long you told me no, because that's good for you guys to see. Now I had a couple, like Vanessa was like challenger 1. She was in the group and she was like, I want to coach. And that was it. Like, it was really quick. Some of them, look, Amber just said it took me 2 years. Amber watched me for 2 years before she was even a challenger. Let's see. Kate says, I was Sarah's challenger for 3 years. Okay. So here's what you got to see, that like, not everybody just jumps in and says, hey, I want to coach. Like, it takes them time. But my ones who do join then, and they've already been challengers, they're incredible coaches, and it's a really natural transition for them. So let's see. Anyways, that's what I wanted to just share with you. I want to move on. So that list is something that you need to complete. Okay, so make that list, sit on it tonight, decide who are your people. And let's turn over to this next page. Okay, so some of you may have already started to fill this out. This page is your planner. Okay, because I know some of you are like, wait, I don't have it yet. All right, so this is where you plan out your week. And look at Sammy. She's like, I said no at least 3 times, even prior to being a challenger. Yes. So Sammy and I were just together in college too. It's kind of fun that everybody kind of comes out of the woodwork the longer you do it. But anyways, so let's talk about this list. So this is a Sunday thing for me, and this is how I work it. So I sit down on Sunday, and this is a kind of a call in itself, and so I won't go too deep into it, but I'm going to talk about 2 things. Okay, so our planner asks us to do a couple things. It asks us to put our top 3 yearly goals. So what are your 3 big yearly goals? And that comes from the front of the book. What are your top 3 monthly goals, weekly goals, and most important things, like most important meetings? So you're going to put that there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to look at your week. So right now you're going to get out your calendar tonight, and you're going to say, okay, what does my week look like? When am I working out? You're going to write it down on your schedule. When am I listening to a PD call? When am I sending invites? When am I checking in with challengers? When am I eating lunch? When am I going to be present with my family? When am I going to spend, like, I literally, guys, Monday night from 9 to 10, don't send me a text or a call, because I have on here Kevin time. And you all might know what that means, okay? But I'm just gonna, it's getting on the calendar. Like, that's how serious I am about this. Like, I'm putting that, you know what I mean, on the calendar, okay? So I want you to get real specific. What are you doing with your time? Because here's what happens. If you're not specific, you sit down to work and all of a sudden you're like, I'm scrolling the Instagram, I'm getting ideas, I'm getting post ideas, and you're like, oh no, my power hour's up and I've done nothing, okay? So don't sit down to work unless you have an intentional plan. So that's what you're gonna do. Some of you are, I used to be a teacher, and so I love planning. This is like my thing, but I like to all be right. So I tend to want to do this in pencil because I like to erase. If invites happened at 11 and not 10, I gotta fix it so that I have proof that it happened at that time. So if you're crazy like me, use a pencil on this one. But anyways, I want you to do that. And I actually only want you to do it for the first like 3 days because this is new to you. So I want you to do Monday through Wednesday and see how it goes, and then see how you need to be flexible and change, okay? So you may find that certain things aren't working. You got to put silly stuff on here, like, when am I going to eat lunch? Literally, I have to put it on my calendar, or I don't do it, right? I just keep working. So it's really important that I have these set time blocks. Now, what I'm going to share with you is what I want you to do, and we're going to do this as a team. It's really big. And we're going to commit to doing this all month together. Okay, so I hope you're like, right now, our hands are in, like, go team, we're going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to go through with you my win the week. So what do I do every day? All right, you ready to write this down? This is what you're going to do every day. Okay, so the first two are already written in for us, the 2 action items. Those are from Maura, and she already like set them up. So read your vision and your goals. Okay, so that's first thing she makes you do. And that's at the beginning of the book. And those of you who are in the actual business group that I'm running this month, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. So if it's not done, don't stress. Book of proof, some of you are like, what is that? It's towards the back. Book of proof shows that you're in the right place. It's things like that message that you get on Instagram that says like, I don't want to be a challenger with you right now, but you're inspiring me. Or it's that message from the challenger who says, oh my gosh, I went to Target tonight and I bought a bathing suit with confidence. Or you changed my marriage. Like those kind of messages, they go with the book of proof, because there are days when this business sucks, right? I'm over here telling you it's amazing and you're going to love it, and it is. But 5 years in, I can tell you there are days when people say really rotten things, or, people don't want to join you and it feels like you're just running this race by yourself, or you're stuck at a rank for ages and you're like, oh, this feels so defeating. Guys, this business, it can be a blessing, but it can be a very hard thing too. So there are days when you need to pull out the book of proof and be like, I am here for the right reason. This opportunity crossed my path for a purpose. So that's what that is. All right. So let's go on to the third one. This is going to be a requirement for you for the whole month. Post to social media. So that's what you're going to write in the box. Post to social media. I will share a picture of this after. So in case you miss any of these, I will make sure you get them. Okay, so post to social media. Y'all know that I love Instagram. Some of you who follow me saw that I kind of quit Facebook. Did you all see that? I actually quit Facebook. And that's huge. And I've got a lot of messages like, are you sure that was a good choice? Yep, it was okay for me, okay? Because my world is on Instagram. So anyways, okay, Amber, let's see. Amber, can I get back to that question at the end? Is that cool? I'm going to do that at the end. So I'll answer your questions. If you guys have them, you can post them right there. So anyways, post to social media. So if you play on Instagram, that's where I want it. If you're playing on Facebook, put it there. But that's your actual post. So that's content, that's a post. Now, I am going to go on a tangent for a second, and that's where I'm going to show you this. So on Sundays, not only do I plan the week, but I actually plan an idea of what my posts are going to be for this week. I am trying this week to post 2 times a day, and I'm going to tell you something that I do intentionally because I want you to do the same thing. So, for example, on Monday, I'm going to talk about the coaching opportunity, and this is my challenge for you. I am going to talk about coaching every day, today through Friday. I want you to do the same thing. Yeah, every day. And that's why I'm encouraging you to possibly post twice. Okay, so here's what I do. So tomorrow you will see a post and I'll be talking about how I'm exclusively bottle feeding my daughter. People will give me crap about it, trust me. But I will tie in how when I was teaching, I had to pump in the supply closet. It was so ghetto on my prep period. I hated it. But that's what I had to do, and it was hard. But then I was able to exclusively breastfeed because I was home with Grace. And now I'm choosing to pump only. So anyways, I will make this a coaching post. It's actually very easy to make almost every post tie back to coaching. But then I will do an engagement post, and I'll be talking about how my son's a picky eater, and I'll do something to bump engagement. The purpose of that post will be to gather people who want daily sunshine. I'll be asking for email addresses, and I'll be sending share cards, okay? So that's just tomorrow. Tuesday, I'm going to share my transformation picture. I would love it if you could do the same, if you have one. And some of you are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to share that picture yet. It doesn't have to be you standing in your sports bra and your underwear. It doesn't have to be that picture. You can show jeans, you can show dress sizes, you can show you shopping, whatever. But you need to talk about how this business has given you the opportunity to transform your body, and keep yourself more accountable. But then Tuesday night will be a post about gardening and my son and I and how we're going to build a garden and whatnot. But here's what I'm doing. Every post, so coaching post, but then there's an engagement post. So the gardening post is my hopeful engagement post, meaning that I'll get people commenting and then I'll comment back, but then they'll see the other posts, right? They'll see the coaching post. So Wednesday, I'll give an update on my daughter's hip condition, but then Wednesday night, I'm going to give away a breast pump, okay? So I'm doing like a giveaway. Don't ask, you'll see it on Wednesday, okay? Thursday, we're going on vacation, so I'm gonna be making a vacation post, and then I'm gonna talk about how my challengers are always my best coaches, so I'll do a fitness type post. Friday, I'll be sharing a PD book recommendation, but I'll be talking about how coaching has allowed me to read all these books, and I'll talk about the opportunity. Maybe I'll share a quote or the book or whatever. And then Friday, I'm going to talk about Sadie's baptism dress because it's my wedding dress. She's getting baptized this coming weekend. So anyways, that's what I do. Like, it's not rocket science, but I try to bump in like coaching engagement, or even challenger engagement. But this week, y'all are posting to the coaching opportunity, okay? You are looking for coaches this week because you want them to be in this group with us, okay? So let's move on. The next slot for your weekly action, so we're back to this guy. 10 plus stories a day. So we're using Instagram stories or perhaps Facebook stories. I want you to shoot for 10 a day. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please go ahead and start following. My username, I'm gonna type it here for you. Okay, so I just shared mine. I wish that it wasn't just my name and my middle name and my birthday, but I made that back when I was a brand new coach and didn't know better. It's hard to find me on Instagram, but that's because I was teaching high school and I didn't want them to find me on Instagram. But anyways, if you can make your name something different, go for it. But moral of the story is watch mine. I shoot for 10 a day and you will see that they are not all Beachbody. That is intentional so that I can build a relationship with my followers. One of the best things you can do is use not just the polls, but I find using the question option, the question box. I love that. I get a ton of engagement typically, and I'm always collecting email addresses. I need you guys to do that from the start. As soon as someone says they're interested, great. Can I have your email address? Okay, because we'll work on this down the road, but you're going to work on building your email list. Okay. Next is adding followers. So every day I add 10 followers a day. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to a hashtag on Instagram that's relevant to a topic that's something about, you. So I've given you guys this example before, but sometimes I will go to the Solly baby wrap hashtag. I'm a baby wearing mom. When I search that hashtag, there are other baby wearing moms, and I go and I follow them and I send them a message about baby wearing. So you're going to pick your topic. It's not going to probably be baby wearing. And you're just going to talk to them. The last week, I've been doing hip dysplasia. And I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. You're like recruiting people based off your daughter's illness. I am, because those moms have in common what I have right now. And so we can form a relationship. So I've been searching for the hashtag hip dysplasia, and I've been talking to those moms. It's really really great. It works, okay? So next thing that you're gonna do is respond to notifications. If someone comments on your Instagram, oh my gosh, please comment back, okay? So that's responding to notifications. If someone comments on your post, you need to comment back. As far as the next item, so I have, after respond to notifications, I have invite 30. If you wanna level up, write 30. If you want to, if you're like, this is brand new, month 1, I want you to write 10. Okay, I want you to invite 10 people a day. If you want to like 10x it, write 50. I don't care what you write, but it's got to be 10 or more. Moving on, follow-ups. This is something that I always do first. So even though it's not at the top of my list, it's the first thing I do, because otherwise I flood my inbox by sending 30 messages, and then I can't find the people who I need to follow up with. So the reason why I know who I need to follow up with is because I use a tracking system called Google Streak. Go ahead and go look it up if you're not using it already. Later in this business training, I'm going to teach you more about it, but I use Google Streak, and that helps me to know who I need to follow up with. I used to do the pen and paper route. It didn't make me the most efficient with follow-ups. So I love Streak. I'm happy to help you with it, but I would encourage you from day one to use Google Streak. It's free. Okay, after follow-ups, one thing that I do every day, and I want you to do as well, is I check the back office. So write that down. Check the back office. That's your Beachbody coach office. You're looking for new orders. You're looking at your Success Club status. You're looking to see if you have if you have a downline of coaches, this is where you're watching them. Okay, you need to see, have they hit Success Club? Are they active? Are you active? What news has Beachbody put out for you? Typically, every day they have something in the breaking news section. So check that every day. Challenger check-ins is something that honestly I can't, when I do a power hour, I have to break it up, okay? I can't typically do all of this in 1 hour, and I don't think that you really can either, at least not to this extent. It's probably like an hour and a half for some of you, especially as you're just learning. So Challenger check-ins, that's where I go in the My Challenge Tracker app. I do have help. So like, yes, I have someone helping me with certain parts of my business, but I have never given up my challenge group. When you see me commenting in the challenge group, it's truly me, okay? It's me. So I want to know how my challengers' results are. I want to know what they're doing. I want to know if they're there or not. So if you are to the point where you're outsourcing, I would encourage you to maybe not outsource this piece, because this is the heart of our business, okay? So I like to see how my challengers are doing. I'm always sharing this too. Like if you watch on Instagram, you typically will see where I'm like Challenger check-ins, and you'll see me posting a story of that. Or I'll talk about how I'm on a call or whatnot, but I'm always sharing this in my stories. The last box that I have on here for you guys is PD/calls. So 5 years into the business, I still do personal development every day, and I still listen to training calls every single day, which is crazy. But I still find it really helpful. So I listen to YouTube videos, I listen to podcasts, and I will try my best this month in the challenge group or in the training group to share with you what I'm listening to. Okay, so I'll give you guys some ideas so it'll help you know where to look. Now, I have one more box on here that's not in the box, so it goes below the line. It's really the most important. You gotta work out, you gotta follow the nutrition plan, so put it on there. You all are gonna make incredible Beachbody coaches if you're doing a Beachbody program and if you're truly a product of the product. You can't help but want to share it. And I will tell you that when you fall off the wagon, and I say when because you will, I promise you. In fact, raise your hand if you've fallen off the wagon, if you've been coaching for a while and you've been like, I totally fell off the wagon, okay? It will happen to every single one of you. And in that moment, that's when you will question yourself. That's when you will say, maybe I shouldn't be a coach. Nobody wants to join me. And you get in your own head, okay? So when that happens, get out of your way. Do a meal plan. Show up to work out and just start over, okay? Just like we tell our challengers. So I want you to commit to like, I'm gonna show up every day I'm supposed to. Some of you have rest days built in, but you gotta show up, okay? So that's what we're gonna do all week. And we're gonna see how it goes. Who's in? Yeah? Fingers in, like hands in, we got this. Okay, I love it. So I'm gonna check really quick on the side Before we forget, let's do a quick team picture. So turn your pictures on, and then I'm going to answer questions. So if you have questions, put them there. We have like 10 minutes and it'll shut us off, but let's do a quick picture. And then I will share that picture in our training group, and I would encourage you to post it in your stories, y'all, right? Okay? All right, so everybody look at the camera. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay, I'll share it with you guys in a little bit here. So let's look at the questions or the chats. I'm gonna go up to, why can I not see it? Hold on. Oh, I forgot to tell you all something. We're gonna like go big this week. So let me do a quick screen share. I freaking love presents and I love prizes. So this week, you have the challenge to post about coaching for 5 days, right? Monday through Friday. You post your 5 coaching posts. I want you to take a screenshot of your grid on Friday if you did it, and I want you to put like a circle around each coaching post. I'll do a raffle, and Friday somebody's getting some Tarte makeup. So they have this little kit, and it's called like the Boss Lady Kit or something. And it's a moisturizer, a little bit of eyelashes, and a little bit of lipstick. So we're gonna play, we're gonna have fun this month, and we're gonna do some prizes. So every Boss Babe needs some fun makeup. So that's what we're playing for. So anyways, I wanted to tell you that. I'm sorry I didn't tell you in the beginning. Okay. All right, so when you send an invite, I'm looking at this one, MAW23. When you send an invite and the potential client asks for more information, you communicate via Messenger or start sending them an information email. So I used to just do Messenger and I would lose them. So I only do email now, and that's it. So I ask for their email address. I send them a voicemail once I send the email, and I say, hey, I sent you an email. Check it out. Let's talk as soon as you've read it. In that email, I say things like, let me know within 24 hours if you're in or not. Okay, so Vanessa wrote, try to get their email address. Oh, she's answering the question. Awesome. Yes. Okay, 2 new messages. Okay, so Becca said, what if I had built into my schedule to recruit for the challenge groups? Should I post for both challenge groups and coaching? Yes. Okay, so Becca, when did you want your challenge groups to start? And so June's a little bit of a long month. So you guys are actually able to pull off talking about both still. So for example, I'm talking about coaching this week, and then you'll totally see me flip and I'll talk more challenge group stuff into the coming weeks. So Becca, unless your challenge group is next week, if you're starting it next week, then you need to just talk about the challenge group. But if you're recruiting for later in the month, just go ahead and talk about coaching till Friday and then flip your switch. And even still, guys, like even when I'm flipping my switch, there are still often coaching posts throughout that time. Because I want business builders. My background, I used to be a business teacher. So I love teaching business. Challenge groups are awesome, but if you want to build a true business that allows you to have the type of freedom where you can stay home with your family, you have to actually build it on business builders. You have to find people who want to build a business and teach them how to duplicate it. Okay, so yeah, Becca, definitely you have time to talk about coaching first. And all of you who are like, okay, I'm talking about coaching, but what am I actually inviting them to? You're going to invite them to this training that you're a part of. And even if you're brand new, you can say, I want you to do this with me. And so those of you who are really brand new, I am happy to help you with these posts and how to write it, right? Okay. So I can't, for some reason, I cannot scroll up. So if I didn't answer your question, copy paste it again real quick because it'll pop up new. I don't know why. My Mac's not letting me scroll. I know that a couple of you had more questions. You can just unmute if you want. Let's see. Okay, so somebody said, what platform are you using for your invites? Only Instagram. So I look at who's watching my stories and who liked my post. So I'm intentional about it. So for example, tomorrow when I post about my breastfeeding thing, there will be a coaching call to action in it at somewhat. So what I'll do then is message anybody who liked that post or commented. And I'll say, hey, I noticed you engaged with my post regarding the coaching opportunity. Are you a breastfeeding mom going through the same struggle or whatever? Like I'll somehow tie it to this post, but I'll just ask, were you interested in coaching? If I don't have enough likes on that post, right? Like sometimes you're like, I only got 5 likes. I need to send 10 invites. Then I'll go to my stories and I'll say, okay, who voted on a poll today? Or who engaged and asked me a question or whatever. Let's see. Somebody said, I don't, Vanessa said, you post on Instagram 2 times a day. I shoot for 1, but when I'm really hustling for like coaching, I find that I can't just do all coaching posts because then I kind of get unfollowed, right? Because that's all I'm talking about. So I have to give value and I have to have engagement. So yes, the goal, because I'm recruiting to coaching this week, will be 2 times a day. Let's see. Sarah, under add followers, you said pick your hashtag of choice, follow them, then comment to them. Okay, so what do I do? So whenever I do this, so I just say I went on hip dysplasia. I found a mom whose baby had the same thing, right? I would follow her. I would like a couple of her pictures. I actually don't even comment. I just go right to her DM. So I send her a message. I send her a video message actually. And it's 15 seconds, right? It has to be. And I record it each day because I don't want them to think it's like, you know, pre-recorded for decades. So whatever I'm wearing that day, boom, I put it on, you know, I say, hey, I noticed that you were a hip dysplasia mama. I'm just starting my journey. I would love any tips that you might have, you know, and I just say something about my daughter. And so that's how I've been starting a lot of conversations. Are these people my challengers this month? Absolutely not. These people will be my challenger in a year or 6 months, okay? I'm building relationships. I'm planting seeds for down the road. Let's see. Somebody said, I don't have Instagram. Yes, create one. Okay. What's the best name to use? I mean, I like having my name, but I would love it if it said Griffith. So if you can get your first and last name in there, that's awesome. Let's see. It's okay to be super brand new. That's fine. I'm glad you're here, honestly. You're learning the right stuff from the start. Let's see. How do you get back into Instagram after ghosting as a coach for a while? You just say, like, guys, I've been struggling. Like, people love when you're super authentic and honest. So just say, like, been MIA because I've been struggling with XYZ. I'm so glad that I have this chance to show up again for all of you. Keep cheering me on, right? Like, ask them to cheer you on. Let's see. What else? Anything? We have 2 minutes left. When I invite to challenge groups, do they need to purchase challenge packs and Shakeology to participate? So my coach, whenever I was very new, she was like, absolutely yes. No one gets in without the challenge pack. That's how I really wanted to work with her. So that's what I had to do. Now, to be honest with you, I am just happy that I'm just happy to have people who want to be on their journey. So I actually will take them if they just, you know, purchase on demand or whatnot. But I tell them, if you want the best results, here's what you should do. And here's what I do. Because you won't get Success Club points without it. Do you think that it works better to only have one social media platform? I think in the beginning, and I'm going to get cut off because it's going to end me here, I think it's really important to use whatever you have for a warm market. So if your warm market is on Facebook, you need to still show up on Facebook and start doing that. If you're not on, you know, Facebook and you're only on Instagram, then show up there. But I think that at this point in the game, Instagram's hot. And it's easier to build relationships. So if you're just starting, I would just build on Instagram. I wouldn't bother trying to do both or to do Facebook. Okay? All right. I love you girls so much. I'm excited to see your coaching posts. Remember, you're playing for makeup this week. Okay? So on Friday, I'll put it out there, but I want to see your grids that you posted about the coaching opportunity 5 times. You can do this. All right. Thanks for getting on. See you later.